If you feel strong but tired, capable but strangely unseen, this is for you. If you minimize yourself after shining or apologize for taking up space you rightfully earned, you are not failing. You are following an old safety script. Carl Jung would call it loyalty to the persona, the mask you learn to wear to belong. It protected you once, now it keeps you small. When your power rises, the mask tugs, soften, explain, shrink. You comply, then wonder why your chest feels tight. Self-sabotage is not proof that you are broken. It is proof that you are precise. Your system remembers what once kept you safe. The shadow holds exiled impulses, anger, ambition, appetite, that return as symptoms, overthinking, guilt, secret resentment. Complexes act like emotional magnets, a tone, a look, a delay, and suddenly you abandon your needs to preserve peace. None of this is a moral failure. It is a map. This video is a mirror and a method. We'll explore 9 quiet patterns that drain a woman's power without her noticing, and the gentle corrections that restore it. You will learn to trade performance for presence, fusion for containment, perfection for momentum, chaos for compatibility, apology for clean asks. We will keep the language simple and your body in the loop, because individuation, the process Jung described as becoming whole, happens one clear, truthful choice at a time. If you have ever dimmed after a compliment, over-explained a boundary, or called adrenaline chemistry, stay with me. By the end, you'll have one sentence that ends daily self-betrayal before it begins, plus small practices that keep your spine soft and your voice steady. Your power is not loud, it is clean, and it is yours to keep. You do not need permission to be clear, only breath, truth, and consistency each day. Watch what happens the moment you succeed. Notice the reflex to shrink. That flicker is not weakness, it's an old safety script. Jung would call it persona overdrive. The mask that once kept you acceptable now steals oxygen. You overfunction, smile when you're tired, collect gold stars, then minimize your work so no one feels threatened. After finishing a project, you hear yourself say, "It was nothing," while your chest tightens. This cannot be faked. Your body is accurate. It knows performance. Then comes the shadow split. The traits you exiled, assertiveness, desire, anger, don't disappear. They return sideways as overthinking, guilt, and secret resentment. You apologize for asking. You talk in circles to avoid a simple no. You stay gracious and feel quietly jealous of women who claim space. The remedy isn't shame, it's reunion. Meet the exiled parts like guests at the door. Anger, what boundary was crossed? Desire, what do you want named? Integration restores voltage without rupture. Complex activation explains why some moments hijack you old circuits. Abandonment, control, scarcity, light up, and suddenly you make a small choice that carries a big cost. A partner's delayed text, a manager's tone, a friend's cancelled plan. Your stomach drops and you rush to fix, please, or prove, name it in real time. My abandonment complex is buzzing. Breathe, feel your feet, then choose from the present, not the past. Power also leaks through animus, anima, imbalance, anima. Your receptive, feeling nature, without structure floods. You sense everything and drown. Animus, your directed, structuring force, without feeling numbs. You act efficiently, but abandon yourself. Clean power comes when they cooperate. Feel fully, then decide cleanly. One honest sentence, one calendar block, one boundary spoken with warm eyes. Finally, collective scripts whisper, be small to be safe, be likable over truthful, be pleasant, not precise. You say yes with a tight chest. You call adrenaline chemistry and keep dating your nervous system's past. You brighten your voice before asking for what was promised. Contrast the cost. Short-term peace buys long-term resentment. Your body is accurate. Notice the clench, the held breath, the buzzing under your skin. These are data, not defects. Notice the next time you receive praise. Do you deflect, add a joke, or credit luck? After a meeting, do you volunteer for cleanup while someone else collects the credit? On a thrilling date, do you mistake nervous spikes for destiny? These micro moments reveal the map. Slow down and read it. The route home appears clearly. Here is the first soft mask with a sharp cost. Polite self-erasure. You apologize before requests, pad your needs with jokes, and sand down your edges so no one disapproves. After a draining week, you type, "Sorry, could I maybe take Friday?" and feel your chest tighten. Jung would call this persona appeasement, the mask steering your mouth so belonging feels guaranteed. Beneath it lives the shadow fear of being too much, plus a rejection complex that confuses clarity with danger. The correction is simple and brave. One clean sentence. Place a hand on your belly. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6, and let your voice arrive after your breath. Say, "I'm taking Friday," or "I'm available for 90 minutes. Micro boundary. I can do X, not Y. Watch how your body softens when your language does not beg. Second pattern. Over-explaining and context dumping. You deliver 5 paragraphs to earn a simple yes, as if your request needs a chaperone. The persona pleads for permission. Power leaks in the overflow. Picture the meeting where you propose a fee increase. You stack reasons, anticipate objections, and cushion your ask until even you feel unsure. Meanwhile, your shadowed assertiveness waits in the hallway, uninvited. Jung's map again, the split between the part that knows and the mask that performs. The correction is a 10-word ask, then silence. The new fee is X beginning May 1st. Period. Let the pause work. If anxiety surges, breathe and look at something still. Your body is accurate. It knows you just told the truth. Third pattern, compassion without containment. Your empathy has no edges, so you rescue to reduce your own anxiety. You stay up late rewriting a colleague's work, lend your weekend to someone's crisis, and call it kindness while you burn. This is empathic fusion. Oftentimes, a control complex hums beneath it. Insisting safety arrives only if you carry everyone. The remedy is presence over fixing. Offer warm attention, not takeover. Ask, do you want listening or solutions? If they want help, set a frame you can keep. I can talk for 20 minutes. Place your palm on your sternum and repeat, mine, theirs, 3 times, returning borrowed weather to the sky. Time box support, then release it. Tie them together. Persona appeasement, shadow fear of being too much, and old complexes that equate clarity with rejection. Each pattern is tender because it once kept you safe. This cannot be rushed. But with breath, one clean sentence, and a little silence, your power stops leaking and begins to collect. Quiet, steady, and wholly yours to keep. Practice them today in smallest places. Emails, texts, doorways, goodbyes. Repetition teaches your nervous system that clarity is safe and durable. Perfection looks noble. It's actually fear in couture. You polish a sentence until its shine erases its meaning, reorganize a file 3 times, and call it standards when it is a refuge from exposure. Jung would name the shadow at work. A fear of criticism dressed as virtue. Perfection delays the moment your soul steps onto the stage. The correction is merciful. Good enough to ship. Make a friction-light first draft with a timer, not a jury. Give yourself a 24-hour ship rule on anything with a clear purpose. After one focused pass, you publish. Imperfect work teaches faster than perfect delay. Name the critic and seat it in the corner. It may watch, not drive. Now the romance saboteur. Chaos bonds sold as chemistry. Your nervous system learned that intensity equals worth, so spikes feel like love. He texts at midnight, plans at 2, disappears at 4. Your body becomes a siren. The old circuits, abandonment, scarcity, approval, light up and call it destiny. Replace the myth with a body check after every date or call. Do I feel softer, steadier, wider? If not, bless and exit. Chemistry that taxes your peace is a bill you no longer pay. Choose resonance over roller coasters. Compatibility is quiet clarity. Notice how compatibility feels like space in your ribs, how conversations end without crash. Third, saying yes to avoid the aftermath. You agree to dodge conflict, then pay in resentment with interest. The short-term peace costs long-term intimacy because no one really knows you. This is a classic complex activation, approval or abandonment, pressing the panic button. Put animus in service of the self and structure your language. Build a boundary sentence bank. You can speak under pressure. That won't work for me. I'm available for 90 minutes. I can't do that, but I can do this. Then add the rule. If a boundary needs more than one clarification, it's a no. Pair it with the breath that keeps your voice low and your shoulders soft. Notice the pattern beneath these patterns. Strategy becomes self-betrayal when it replaces presence. Perfection hides you. Chaos excites you into amnesia. Pleasing buys calm that never lasts. The antidote is simple and brave. Clarity spoken at human speed. Ship the work, check the body, guard your yes. Each small correction rewires loyalty from old safety to living truth. This is how power becomes clean, quiet, steady, and yours to keep. Practice micro-reps. Publish the draft to 3 people, run the body check after the next call, and rehearse your boundary lines aloud until your breath stays low. Slow is safe. Precision over performance. Peace over pattern. Truth over speed. Here is the 7th leak. Hiding in helpfulness. You run the spreadsheet, hold the room, remember the birthdays, fix the slide deck at midnight, and disappear inside the support role. Brilliance stays backstage because visibility feels like exposure. Jung would say the persona is over-functioning to buy belonging while the self waits in the wings. The correction is clean and small. Claim credit in one line, then breathe. I led the analysis and finalized the deck. Period. Schedule 1 weekly visibility rep. Share, present, or publish one thing with your name on it. Proof phrase, clarity is kind. You are not stealing spotlight. You are telling the truth about your contribution so the system can see clearly and reward fairly. Watch how your breath deepens when your name stands beside your work. 8th, shadow shaming your own drive. You want more, money, mastery, reach, and then label your desire unfeminine, greedy, or crass. Drive gets exiled to the shadow and returns as envy, irritability, or criticism of women who own theirs. Integrate it. Ambition, in Jung's language, is animus energy, clean assertion in service of the self. Create a shadow friendship ritual. Name the desire without apology. Write one concrete action and take it within 24 hours. I want a 20% raise. Schedule a meeting. Prepare 3 value points. I want to publish. Pitch 1 outlet. Treat desire as devotion, the way your life force asks to serve. When drive stands in the light, it becomes precision, not pressure. 9th, explaining your boundaries like a thesis. You turn no into an essay, and the footnotes invite negotiation. Persona seeks permission. Power leaks in paragraphs. Reclaim animus as clean assertion. Kind, concise, complete. That doesn't work for me. I'm available Tuesday. I can't do that, but I can do this. No justification beyond one sentence. Let misunderstandings live. Proof phrase, consistency is love toward yourself and the relationship, because clear limits protect connection from silent resentment. If anxiety spikes, palm to sternum, breathe low and repeat. My clarity does not require agreement. Threading the 3. From approval to truth, from backstage to scene, from shadowed drive to holy action. You are not less generous when you step forward. You are more honest. You are not hard when you say no. You are trustworthy. The self leads. The mask retires. Micro practices for the week. 1 visibility rep on the calendar. 1 desire named and moved 1 inch. 1 boundary delivered in a single sentence and left to stand. This cannot be faked, and it cannot be rushed. But each clean move gathers power the way a river gathers itself. Quiet, steady, undeniable. From persona overdrive to presence, from fusion to containment, from perfection to shipping, from chaos to compatibility, from apologizing to clear asks, from backstage to scene. This is the arc you have been walking. The dark night loosened the ego's costume, the self stepped forward, and your power, quiet and feminine, began to run clean. You learned to read your body as data, to let boundaries speak in one line, to choose peace over pattern and truth over speed. If some of this still feels partial, remember the spiral. Individuation is not a sprint, it is faithful returning. Timing, not failure. Every day you lay another stitch, one breath before reply, one sentence that doesn't beg, one decision made from a softer, steadier, wider body. Practice is how your nervous system learns that clarity is safe, and that you can stay kind while staying firm. Here is the daily reframe that ends self-betrayal before it begins. I do not need permission to be clear. Write it on a card. Put it on your phone. Let your mouth rehearse it until your cells relax. When you catch the old reflex to shrink or over-explain, breathe and let the sentence carry you across the moment like a bridge. 2 journal prompts for this week. 1. Where did I trade short-term peace for long-term resentment, and what one line would reverse that today? 2. Which shadowed desire is asking to stand in the light, and what is the next 1-inch action? A simple weekly ritual to keep you aligned. At dawn or dusk, light 1 candle, place a hand on your belly, inhale for 4 and exhale for 6, then choose 1 visibility rep. Share, present, or publish 1 honest thing with your name on it, close by whispering gratitude to the version of you who kept going. Claim this softly now. I choose presence over performance, reciprocity over spectacle, clarity over apology. If this spoke to you, tell us in the comments. Which pattern are you retiring first, and what tiny move will you make today? Your words might be the permission another woman needs. Keep the breath. Keep the candle. Keep the center. The world will adjust to your clarity. May your boundaries be bridges, your ambition a devotion, your softness a strength, and your voice a clear bell. Walk gently. Ship bravely. Return often. We're with you.